Right before my wedding, my best friend asked me, "Are you ready to marry a narcissist?" She said it so casually while zipping up the back of her maid of honor dress like she was asking about the weather. I turned around confused, thinking maybe I'd heard her wrong. Kaylee and I had been best friends since 3rd grade, but she'd moved to Seattle for work 3 years ago. This was actually the first time she was meeting Simeon since she'd flown in just yesterday for the wedding. We'd barely had time to catch up between the rehearsal dinner and all the wedding chaos. "What are you talking about? Simeon isn't a narcissist." I laughed nervously and went back to adjusting my makeup in the mirror. Kaylee sat down on the velvet couch and patted the spot next to her. "Babe, I need to tell you something. I was talking to your other bridesmaids last night at the bachelorette party. The things they were saying about Simeon and about you." My stomach started doing weird flips. "What things?" She took a deep breath and grabbed my hand. "They said Simeon is a serial cheater, that he used to beat his ex-girlfriends. Nomi showed everyone some app where you can apparently find his house listed on sites for sugar daddies or something." The room started spinning a little bit. These were my friends, girls I'd known since college, girls who'd helped me pick out my wedding dress and plan this whole day. Why would they say things like that about the man I was about to marry? "That's not even the worst part," Kaylee continued. Her voice got quieter. "They were saying horrible things about you too, calling you names from college, saying you were nasty and had to pay for a glow-up. Kira told everyone you're taking triple the amount of Ozempic you're supposed to just to fit in your dress." I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. Kira was the one who'd recommended her doctor when I wanted to lose weight for the wedding. She'd been so supportive during my whole journey. At least I thought she had been. "They were laughing about it," Kaylee said softly, "making bets on how long your marriage would last, talking about what they'd wear to your next wedding." I stood up fast and my veil fell to the floor. The beautiful lace puddle looked wrong against the carpet. Everything felt wrong suddenly. These women were supposed to be my support system. They'd thrown me showers and helped with centerpieces and held my hand through wedding stress. But behind my back, they were spreading the most vicious rumors I'd ever heard. "Are you sure?" My voice came out shaky. Kaylee pulled out her phone and showed me a group text I wasn't included in. The messages were all there. Every nasty comment and cruel joke and made-up story about Simeon being abusive. Screenshots of dating apps that were clearly fake. Old photos of me from college when I was heavier with mean captions. My own bridesmaids tearing me apart while pretending to celebrate my happiness. I walked to the door and yanked it open. All 6 of my bridesmaids were in the next room taking selfies in their matching pink dresses. They looked up smiling until they saw my face. "Get out!" My voice was deadly calm. Nomi stepped forward confused. "What's wrong? Is everything okay? I know what you've all been saying. About Simeon. About me. Get out of my wedding." I was shaking but trying to stay strong. Kira had the nerve to act offended. "We were just joking around. It's what friends do. Friends don't spread lies about each other being abusers. Friends don't call each other nasty behind their backs. Friends don't make bets on when my marriage will fail." I pointed to the door. "Leave, now." They tried to argue and make excuses, but I wasn't listening anymore. Security eventually had to escort them out while they complained about their non-refundable hotel rooms and how I was being dramatic. The wedding coordinator looked panicked about having no bridal party, but I didn't care. Kaylee stood next to me as we watched them leave. "I'm sorry I had to tell you, but you deserve to know who was really in your corner." I hugged her tight and tried not to cry off my makeup. "Thank you for being my actual friend, for telling me the truth even though it hurt. That's what real friends do," she said simply. An hour later, I walked down the aisle with just Kaylee by my side. Simeon had tears in his eyes when he saw me. He whispered that I looked beautiful, and I knew he meant it because Simeon had never been anything but gentle and loving despite what those girls had said.